English.
Difference between the reincarnation that it is known in the Western world and the Gilgulim is that the Western world imagine, because it's not real, imagine that somebody who die, you have a lot of reincarnation in the Hindu philosophy, who they reincarnate in animals. So someone believe that
In animals?
yeah, in animals. So and you have to go through different stages of reincarnation until you have access to a higher caste.
Oh, really?
So depending on what you are doing in your life. Now, that's not the reincarnation from the Judaism. In Judaism, we have the proof of the idea of the Gilgul, or the Gilgulim plural, in the text of the book of Matthew with Yohanan. Yohanan had Matbil, Yohanan the immerser. Remember the word of Yeshua when he said, they asked him when Elijah should come. And what does Yeshua say? He said, Elijah has already come. He was speaking about Yohanan. He was not speaking about Elijah physically. Yohanan was walking in the spirit, in the ruach of Elijah. This is the Gilgulim, is inherit a part, because don't forget that in the spiritual realm, we are sparks.
Yeah.
So Yohanan at Matbil inherit the spark of Elijah. He was not Elijah. He inherit the spark of Elijah, and so walk in the spirit of Elijah. This is why Yeshua say, I told you Elijah has already come. That is the Gilgulim. It's not physically. Okay? We speak about reincarnation, the word reincarnation, because reincarnation, the word would come from carne. Carne is flesh. But it's not. Gilgulim is not flesh. Gilgulim is the sharing of the spark of the light of certain just person. Okay? So it's different. So, but because people are not well informed about the difference between reincarnation and Gilgulim, so they say, oh, it's wrong or it's satanic. No, it has nothing to do with that. To walk in the spirit of somebody is to share a spark of this person. Okay? That's totally different. It's not to be reincarnated. It's not Elijah who came. When Yeshua said Elijah has already come, he was speaking about his friend Yohanan, okay, who has already come. Because what was the work of Elijah? The work of Elijah was to bring the people back to Elohim. This is what Yohanan at Matbil was doing. He was crying in the desert, repent. Okay? Shuv, repent. Turn back to Elohim. He was speaking in the same spirit. So he share in the spark of Elijah. That is Gilgulim.
So what the action they did when they are in earth?
Yes,
so this is the same what the
it's not only to say the action. Is the inner part.
The inner part. Because the inner part is what is the reflection from the inside.
Yes.
The outside is the reflection from the inside. Because they are people of the full of the Ruah.
The inner part is impacted with the spark of Elijah.
Okay. Impacted, but not all from Elijah.
No, he is is Yohanan. He was the son from Elizabeth.
Ouais. Pero impacted only part from the ruah or the spark of Elijah
Yes, he was.
in Yohanan.
Remember, he was a Nazarene.
That is means Gilgulin.
Yeah, Gilgul. This is a wrong interpretation when we say reincarnation, because there is no reincarnation. It can be only resurrection, but it's not yet. So reincarnation, in the sense we understand in the Western world, is not what is taught in Judaism.
What does it mean, reincarnation? What I understand is
what I told you. You can be a mouse. You die, and then the person we say, oh, look, see this mouse. This is my former husband, or whatever. You understand? That is reincarnation.
My understanding is
I believe in the past I was in another person. This is people who believe in reincarnation. You know,
about talking about their past, you know.
Yeah, but that is.
But by this that you die, and then your spirit goes to the other person.
Yeah, you reincarnate. This is mean the inner man reincarnate in another person. So
In the other person.
yeah,
Cool.
yes, because people say, oh, you know, oh, it seems I have already been there. Oh, it looks like I have been there. Sometimes it's happened, okay? So a place seems familiar. You have never been there, but it looks like it is familiar to you, like you have been there before. But the whole universe is in us. The whole universe, because we are part of Elohim, so everything is inside us.
Yeah, Shaul said that.
Yeah, this is not something. It's not something special. It's that we have to understand that we just are limited by our world, our education, our way we came from family, from education, from tradition, from many things, which limited our understanding and our perception of things, the perception of things, you know.
Yeah.
But if we let our mind free and do not format the mind, we can be open to more understanding. We have to pray for that and to understand.
To meditate, you know, to reflect.
You know, and to understand. So without falling into a deep Judaism, we don't have to go into the deep Judaism for now. It's not so.
No,
so.
We go what the word said, like Yeshua, like Shaul in the Torah.
Yes, we have
prophets. This is what we go.
We have Jew. We learn from Jew. People do not even realize we are learning from Jew.
Huh?
Or when you open the Brit Hadasha, when you open the so-called New Testament, it's a Jewish book.
Yeah,
so we learn from Jew.
Yeah.
We just need to understand what they say. And many times we make shortcut. You understand? Because we don't want to see the reality of things. Because for that, we have to dig into the Torah. And if we don't dig into the Torah, we make our own interpretation.
This is what happened now with the Christianity.
It has been always so. Yeah. But thanks Jehovah that if we study the Torah, we see the light of the Torah in the words of the apostle, Shaul, or Kepha, or Yohanan, and Yaakov, and Yeshua himself. So we have to try to understand that. We don't need to go in Judaism or in Kabbalah. There are concepts which are Kabbalistic, or there are concepts which are built on the Pardes that we know because it is written. We can see clearly, you know. But we need to start to realize. When I take the so-called New Testament, I'm taking a Jewish book. Jewish book. Not a Western book.
Yeah.
A Greek book.
Exactly.
A French book.
No.
A Filipino book. No, I'm taking a Jewish book. And this, I have to look it in the context of his writing. And when it was written in the first century, when it was spoken out in the first century, these people were all Torah observant.
Yeah.
Torah observant. And most of them from their youth, from their family.
Yeah.
So this is why we have this concept. And if we refuse that, we are free to confuse, but we go in our own doctrine.
Doctrine, yeah. You
We go in our own doctrine, so we are free. We can say, no, I don't want. Okay, no problem.
you block your vessel to learn something new things.
Yes, we limit ourselves.
We limit, yeah.
We limit ourselves, and this is it's sad, but it is so. Sometimes it takes years before we open. It takes years. So, but those who want to open, they will have more light and more understanding. So, so that's all.